Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we're playing D&D in our basement as per our tradition. Here in Candlekeep Mysteries, we are finally making it to Waterdeep. So I, Samantha, your DM, am leading Dusty playing oh my god. Dusty playing Clay, Josh playing Doric, Adler playing Thalia, and Jacob playing Pantheo.
I guess I'm playing.
Yeah.
Dusty's played Josh quite a bit.
You all had one more day of travel that was pretty quiet because you all had gone through quite an ordeal thanks to the cards. You see Waterdeep well before you even reach it. And even though Baldur's Gate is huge, Waterdeep is even bigger. Two of you have been through Waterdeep before, but both Thalia and Clay have never seen Waterdeep or a city this large. It is cities of cities. Before that whole first day, the whole last day of travel was you traveling through the farmlands, the mini settlements around the area. Like, it feels like you've already traveled through 3 cities by the time you even reached Waterdeep. You all kind of know where you're going thanks to the diary of Sarah of Yellowcrest Manor, because it states a lot of details about the manor, where she worked, how she got her job, and what kind of work she did. The thing is, the farther away you got from Candlekeep, in other words, the closer you got to Waterdeep, the less you could see her ghost. Eventually got to the point where only Doric could see her ghost, and even now, she is totally gone. So you have to rely completely on the diary to get through this. Do you want to look around Waterdeep, or are you going to go straight to your mission because you know after this one you want to go deal with Paxley and Ettenmeyer?
Well, I kind of want to check out some weapons.
Okay.
Well, at the same time... Oh, sorry.
Okay, no, you started first.
So, I thought we kind of mentioned... that... Oh, what?
It's the coffee.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Kind of mentioned what?
Topping off. Why did I act like I was just smoking something? Anyways,
that's not how you... Okay.
So...
Just coughing.
Clay's just smoking a cup of coffee. So...
It's like doing a cold smoke and then drinking it. Because you like a really smoky cup of coffee.
Oh, gosh. So... I thought because, sorry to be insensitive here, Sarah's already dead. We don't know if Ettenmeyer or Paxley are. Doric's not listening. So I felt like it was more important to possibly get to them before solving Sarah.
I mean, you could just stop by the manor and see how much time it'll take, and then move on.
I mean, we could, theoretically
we could.
solve it in a day.
Yes.
Giving our track record, I don't see why not. But I feel like Doric should be rolling at disadvantage because he is so emotionally distraught.
Didn't you guys tell me how you guys solved like a whole music box puzzle within a couple hours?
Yep. You did.
It seems that we're well equipped to solve something.
So you said we had a days of travel. When did a full day pass by the time we got to Waterdeep?
Mm-hmm.
So am I still exhausted?
No, you're not.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, thank you for this delicious mug of coffee. Failure.
It's a tasty coffee. I hope it helps you soothe your soul.
It's the tasty bits. I don't know if it'll soothe my, what did they call it? What was it? The fortune?
Uncontrollable rage?
Your curse.
It's not uncontrollable rage. It's fate.
Well, I don't think they've made a coffee yet that can soothe fate, but you know what? You can come close.
And it's some concoction that Pantheo whipped up, and it's just got Clay tripping balls.
Shroom coffee.
How much money do you have?
Me?
Oh, not a lot.
Because I'll show you items within your price range.
I still have to add these balls.
Clay would like to go purchase therapy.
We have 1,000 party gold.
You guys want to go take a bath in the bathhouse?
I have 238
that,
personal
actually.
gold.
I have quite a bit personal gold.
I need
as well.
a dex-based weapon, so either a rapier or a scimitar.
Okay. Rapier or scimitar of how much money? Sorry?
I have 238 and potentially 250 from party gold or more if they want to give it to me. There's
So 500 total?
There's 1,000 in party gold, so it could potentially be more. But
Okay, so 500, at least 500 total?
at least if I was to use a quarter of the party gold. Which,
So rare is pushing it,
Mhm.
but definitely uncommon.
He just thinks to himself, I just really want that scimitar of speed.
What does the scimitar speed do again?
It allows me to take an attack as a bonus action.
Oh my god. That's very rare, isn't it?
That is really
And
nice.
I think it is considered very rare. It's an expensive weapon.
I want to go find Troll Skull Manor.
Why?
Because that's the manor in
I know.
Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
I know.
New quest!
Do I have to tell everybody what I have for personal
No.
personal goal?
No, you don't.
Cool.
You can always
Yep.
message me.
Very rare.
Okay, so you go through a district that's known for selling weaponry. There are a lot of guards, a lot of militia, a lot of adventurers that come through. So I'm going to list off a ton of items.
Okay.
Starting with the rare items that might be out of your price range. Okay.
Can't afford it. Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Sorry, you have an aura that makes me think I can't afford this.
There is a rapier of wounding.
Oh.
Ooh.
It'll take necrotic damage each time you wounded it. There is it's a scimitar, but it looks like a weird cutlass scimitar mix. It looks like a machete. It's a scimitar of terror.
Oh, that sounds kind of sick.
That's cool.
Makes me think of Jason Voorhees.
Rapier of life stealing.
Mm.
There is a rapier of Lathander. It's essentially a sunblade.
Mm.
That is adorable.
There is a scimitar of the locust. It's got a swarming insect ability.
Oh, that's sick.
And a rapier of the ranger. It has woodland abilities like bark skin, locate animals and plants, speak with animals.
Hey, can you tell me a little bit more about that scimitar of terror?
Yeah. Yeah, well, while you're holding it, this of course was made by one of our youngins. He's kind of edgy, wears a lot of black makeup around his face. I thought this was real cool.
Okay.
You
Just-
can
It's not a
release.
good sell, my guy.
Pantheon
You can release a wave of terror. Each character of your choice within
Is
30
he
foot radius.
okay?
He's fine now.
A wave of terror?
Are you trying to talk like Batman?
Does this the blacksmith dude? He looks
Okay.
old and tired and just sick of shit. Like he's so
Because he has
dumb.
an emo apprentice.
Yeah. They have to succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for 1 minute. While frightened, they have to run blah blah blah. How frightened
That's
works.
anytime I attack with it?
No, you
Or
have
is
to
it a
use
charge?
a charge.
Mm.
And it's an action to do this,
Ooh.
which it basically just causes for an action you can cause a fear to anything in a 30-foot radius.
Okay. So it is more than one creature.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit. Yeah.
These are all the rare ones. You want to hear the uncommon ones?
Yeah, I do. What else do you have?
There's the Scimitar of the Snake Trader. It's a
Oh.
bonus action to
Evocative.
turn the scimitar into a cobra, like the head of a cobra. So instead of slashing, it would bite and do poisonous damage. Anyway. There's the rapier of warning, which obviously it'll warn you of things coming up. They do have both scimitars and rapiers that are +1 and +2. They both. The scimitar of the adder has a matching set. You can buy the scimitar of the adder or the scimitar of the python. They each are different snakes. They said that this one she just kind of puts random animal enchantments on it, and whatever comes out of it. So that one was a cobra. That one over there, that was a raccoon. That one, and he's like describing all these other ones. But the only ones that are scimitars are the adder and the python. The python has the ability to do like
Excuse me, is that one over there the chupacabra?
I wouldn't be surprised.
So, I'm sorry, you're saying you have an emo apprentice and then an animal girl apprentice.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
have a
okay?
lot- I have
Are
like
you
10.
okay?
I have a class of like 30. I'm so tired.
Why are you apprenticing
One of
so
them-
many?
One of them,
I just see the cards.
whenever the metal heated up, it spit water out in a disc in every direction. We all were soaking wet.
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah, they just try random shit. Random metals that they find in the garbage. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Oh gosh.
These kids. Then we have we have this rapier over here. This was a buy. We bought this one. +1. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember what this one does. Oh. If you're attacked by something, it increases this weapon's ability to hit that thing that attacked you. And that's it for the uncommons.
Wow. You have some inventive students.
And he is the biggest part of the plaza. I mean, there's all of his students each have their own stalls, but all the magic items that they've made, he keeps together. Keep an eye on it. And there are guards standing around him.
Anything I like the sound of the kind of sharper +2, but that might be a little out of my price range. Anything that maybe has a curse or anything? Anything that's maybe not quite up to snuff that can be a little bit cheaper?
Well, the one I just described that attacks, the one that I bought secondhand that helps you attack whatever attacked you.
Yeah.
It's a +1, but if you're attacking someone that's attacked you previously, it's +2.
I see. How much you want for it?
Pretty sure that was an uncommon. It was. $200.
200? What about 150?
Roll persuasion. He already cut the price in half for you.
Natural 1.
Oh
No,
no!
I already cut it down for you because you're looking for something cheap. 200, or you can get something non-magical.
I'll give you 200 for it.
It does require 2 by the way.
Most of my gold. Sweet. What's it called? The Scimitar of
Scimitar of Vengeance.
Vengeance. It's actually kind of aligned with it.
You are a Ghost Rider.
When you attune to it, I will hand you the card.
Sweet.
So,
Yes, sir.
is there anything that would be wraps, for punchy dudes?
Okay, so what you're probably going to be doing is you're going to be going to the stalls that have magic robes for mages and stuff. You would be repurposing regular fabric into what you're doing, or you'd be looking for magical scraps of fabric, which is hard to do. So in order to find what you want, you end up having to talk to a lot of people and asking them if they have something that would help.
I already know it's gonna get me the best foot in the door. Howdy. Howdy.
After talking to a lot of people, you are able to find a few things. There is someone who's like, oh, well, I actually do have some fabric that is in fact enchanted. It would just need to be sewn into something very carefully so as not to damage the magic of it. Some of these are quite pricey. What price range are you looking at? How much money do you have?
I've got 30 gold.
That's it? Did you message me a different amount?
Yeah, I rolled deception. No, I don't have. If you want me to message you a different amount, because I don't want people to know what I have.
Okay.
In case there's a cut purse.
Well, just tell me, Dusty.
I'm messaging you.
Sorry this turned into a shopping episode. Did anyone else want to shop for anything?
I just needed to know.
I got those scrolls a while
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
so
whoops!
I'm
I
pretty
sent it
good.
to the group chat.
You could probably use a lot
Holy
of this travel
shit.
time to transcribe them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I was looking. For
I don't
those
buy
for that, but I couldn't
anything.
find it.
It's an hour per level.
Okay.
Okay, does it
And,
cost money?
It's like 50
Um,
gold of paper and ink.
Okay.
You could say I have kind of acquired
But-
a laundering
What, your
business.
divination wizard?
Yeah.
What level?
Ha!
They can
You're gonna
they
like
can-
one that I just
they're like
found.
half
Oh,
the time and
no.
cost for divination spells at a
You
certain
make me
level.
want a hot dog
I don't
real
know if I have
bad.
a divination spell spot.
How much damage do your current ones do again?
So
These
max or
are-
minimum?
Well, just tell me what it does again.
Okay,
Is it like
so-
3d6 or
Andromedik
something?
So okay. Strength changes to +18. All melee hits +1 and do +3d4 damage.
Plus 34.
That's a
Plus
lot.
1 and +3.
Oh, so not
3d4.
d6s, d4s.
No, my main hit is a d6 as a monk.
Okay, so you actually have leveled out of those wraps. I thought they might last you a little
Have
longer.
I? I feel like I'm still doing a decent amount of damage on those.
You're doing an incredible amount of damage with them.
Oh, okay.
I must,
so
just,
I
I
won't
must
question.
just be rolling well then.
I would actually argue that you gave him those items too early.
I agree with you. I didn't think you'd be able to afford them.
Hey, Samantha. Or, sorry, merchant. May Lathander be with you.
I think it's 50 gold.
Lathander provideth.
Okay, so the ones that she shows you do not do additional damage because the fabric that mages wear don't usually correlate to damage. They correlate to something else.
What about leg wraps?
Actually, yeah, they could be made into leg wraps.
Oh.
Which, by the way, I do want to...
It would take up like a boot slot then.
Yes, it would. It would take up a boot slot, I agree. And I was going to say one of these...
slippers of spider.
Let me just switch them out. I would
But
love
then
at some
after it's
point for
worn.
each of you guys, we list everything in all of your slots so I know it's blank, so I can start filling those other slots.
For sure.
Okay, so the
Okay.
first thing is the most expensive piece of fabric that she shows you. While wearing this fabric, you have to be attuned.
50 gold per
Okay.
level.
You gain health over time.
Probably do that during the time.
It's a regeneration fabric. It is the most expensive.
Gold don't need it.
The next one is the fabric of feather falling. Could make you a set of leg wraps. You will never ever take fall damage
I
wearing
already
these.
got slow fall. I'll take my chances.
This one adds +1 to your AC and saving throws.
Already pretty high. I'm good.
Then she's got resistance to almost every damage type. Each piece of fabric is a different damage
I
type.
got a ring of warmth. I'm only scared of the cold and the darkness.
This next one, you already have. Oh, never mind. She goes, oh, actually, I might have found one that does damage for you. How did this one end up in the pack? She's kind of like confused. She doesn't know where this one came from.
Ma'am, may I
She-
how do you and let
This
you know
one-
that I'm impressed.
If you expend one of its 3 charges, your attack roll gets a +7 to hit. And on a hit, the target takes an additional 2d10 force damage and is pushed away from you.
Hold on, wait a minute, hold up now. Okay, so alright, may I just say impressed. But now explain this to me like as if you were talking to a what's old for nowadays for humans? 45? Explain this to me like you're talking to a 45. I don't understand what you just said.
3 times a day,
3 times a day.
you can do additional force damage when you hit something while wearing this fabric.
Now, when does it recharge? Does it recharge?
Well, it only recharges 1 per day. So if you use all 3, it would take 3 days to get all of it back.
How much you looking for this?
2,000?
Oof. You know, a recharge like that sounds more like a 1200.
Will you roll persuasion?
So I'm gonna put my glasses of intimidation on.
There are actually glasses for that.
Really?
Yes. Eyes of Charming.
I know, I had them, and I would go, charm! I'd look at people's eyes, and I'd say charm, and that was how I cast the spell. It was bad.
Okay, and wait, what am I saying? Persuasion or intimidation?
Persuasion.
I'm not charisma. I'm charismatic. Which is interesting, depending, you know, with my back. I had 11. I have no bonus to persuasion.
So, not only did you meet the challenge, they actually were originally priced at a lower amount, and she was expecting you to haggle. So yeah, she will take $12.50.
You did liquidation tactics here. I don't much appreciate that. The price just went down to $600 now.
She didn't tell you any of that. I'm telling you that.
I read it in her mind hole.
Okay, roll insight.
Dang it, you're making me put my glasses on.
These are made completely out of wool. And since you're using as leg wraps, she could essentially really quickly stitch them together into like boot wraps, boot covers.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you were able to see that you actually offered it higher than they were worth.
Man.
Or than she was selling them for you.
Ma'am, shame on you. May I tell you that I have the spirit of a merchant, and this is not how you go about business.
Well, because I got these scraps for free, the lowest I can take
For
for
free?
them is
For free?
I have to put it together.
For free?
1,000 gold. It's the
1,000
lowest
gold?
I can take.
No. Well, I'll walk right now unless you take 500.
No.
Cool. Have a good day, man. And by that, I mean, have a terrible day.
Okay, goodbye. You don't get them.
Howdy and goodbye.
You go to a different stall. You're able to find other fabric that they're willing to sell.
I shouldn't have done that. That was force damage. But then again, my strength goes down because these ones give me strength.
Well, you would have one on your legs and one on your wrists.
What do you have to like choose between what you did?
Yes.
Damn it! I thought I could only have one or the other.
No, we said you could have both.
Oh no! Well, no, because I have spider climbing shoes.
Yeah, you'd have to give those up.
Oh, I'm a kung fu man.
Okay, the other one,
Okay.
someone very suspicious at the edge of the market in an alleyway does have a booth.
Are they walking and singing no reason?
And when you get up close to them, they are in your personal bubble.
Excuse me.
When they shake your hand, they grab your arm with their other hand, and you feel their skin is wet. They're wet and grimy and slimy, and they grab onto you really tight and go, "Come here, let me show you what I have." And the whole time they're showing you things, they don't let go of your elbow. They have a vice grip on your elbow as they're handing you items and going, "Yeah, hold this, hold this." Yeah.
Ma'am.
What you end up holding is
Yeah.
it feels like you're holding something fleshy.
I don't get to fight against it?
This fleshy thing is draped over your arms, and you realize that this could be used as leg wraps, like what you're looking for. But it feels wriggly and gross.
Ugh.
She goes, this right here, this. Yes, you use this. Do you use this? This tentacle-like thing. She goes, it attacks for you, it protects you. It will lash out at things. It will hit other things for you if they get close.
How does it know what's my friend or what's not a friend?
It will slow them so they drag and cannot run from you.
Don't you put this evil on me. I don't understand what this is.
It would be the leg wraps of the tentacles.
What does it do for me?
You can make a tentacle attack at a creature you see within 15 feet of you. The tentacle makes a melee attack with a +9 to hit.
Whoa.
On a hit, the tentacle deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage. If you hit a target with all 3 tentacles, it must make a DC 15 con saving throw, and on a failure, its speed is halved, and it has disadvantage on dexterity, and it can't use reactions. Moreover, in each of its turns, it can take either an action or a bonus action, but not both. At the end of each of its turns, it can repeat a saving throw, ending the effect. So this would be better. It makes more sense as a hand wrap, but if you have it as a leg wrap and you kick someone, you're essentially grabbing them with the tentacles and connecting yourself to your opponent.
It's kind of like if they fail to save, it's kind of like the slow spell.
Gosh, it feels like a real this.
Ugh. No, she wouldn't. She's a good
She's
girl.
an ass lady. She's an ass lady. She's not into this.
Okay, so you're like, and you get away from that vendor. Otherwise,
Hold on. What's your price?
5,000 for 3 appendages that reach out and attack.
How does he use it?
He would have to make like a boot out of it, and he'd have to kick with it.
No, I mean like, is it a bonus action to use? Or
Oh,
an action?
it is
Take
an
his
action.
Yeah, action, so I don't hit. So I don't go to punch a punch.
He was made by the depths of the elves, who found the slithering things in the dark cracks of this world. You just keep backing up and being done. So your shopping trip is done.
No!
I gave you everything!
What was everything?
She literally listed it out for you.
You were a brat about it. You didn't want to spend the money.
I didn't realize that I could put stuff on my legs. I thought it was going to be hand wraps and
Well,
replace one thing.
It would replace your spider boots.
Yes, my spider boots. But
Those have served you pretty well.
they really have.
Can I try looking for a magical weapons merchant?
Yeah, probably the same one Pantheo is at, but you could also go to some that are like way pricier.
Can I look at the cards you can?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry,
Which
ma'am.
ones? Oh, all of these I reworded them to being fabric. So whatever it says they are isn't actually what they are.
I'm basically just looking for a magical spear.
I'll just have
Oh shit, okay.
tentacle rat. Okay, so this was the tentacle rat.
Definitely plus
Also-
1, definitely plus 2.
As soon as I find a store that looks like it has magic in it, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself for charisma.
Okay. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of spears.
Okay, regeneration. Where's the force damage?
That was the Ring of the Ram.
Ooh, ram. Clay sounds rammy. What?
Ram me into Belial.
Um,
Right.
Or anybody that's offering.
You have turned down the work.
okay, I got a few to offer you.
These 3 charges. Okay, right.
This first one, the Spear of Lightning.
That's
Whoa.
pretty interesting.
Hold on. So wait, those wraps would have had these effects?
Yeah.
Well, son of a biscuit.
It's a Javelin of Lightning, but it's a Spear of Lightning. You don't throw it. You basically hit, and the line of lightning is much shorter. Maybe only about 60 feet.
And action.
Well, spears are throwable.
Yeah,
60 feet.
but I wasn't going to have the actual attack be a throwable thing. It was going to be a, like, while you're holding it, you can cast Line of Lightning. That's essentially what it is. While you're holding the spear, you can cast Line of Lightning. That's what it is. Okay, next one is the Spear of Withering. Used by guards, actually. You can expend 1 charge to deal 2d10 necrotic damage to a target. And then it causes a bunch of constitution crap to it. There's the Spear of Thunder, was used by a knight who turned it in for something better.
I forgot trades are a thing.
This is it's a plus 2. I'm gonna say there's a cheaper version of it. There's a plus 1 version. And you can choose. Oh, it wants me to use the DMG to see what it's saying. I was gonna say it either does extra lightning damage or it does extra thunder damage, and you get to choose depending on what end of the spear you hit with. But yeah, that's a plus 1. Then there's the Spear of Striking. This card is a very rare. I'm nerfing it. It's a plus 2. Okay, they have both a plus 1 version and a plus 2 version. The plus 2 version has 8 charges. The plus 1 version only has 5 charges. If you hit with a melee attack, you can expend up to 3 of its charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an additional d6 force damage, and it regains those it regains a chunk of them at dawn.
Yep.
Sword of Answering. Okay, sorry, it's a Spear of Answering. Never mind. This is a Greyhawk thing. I'll read it later. Spear of the Magi. Ooh, that one is very. This is a nerfed version. Someone tried to essentially make the Staff of the Magi into a spear, and because of it, it nerfed a lot of the abilities. But it has things like very like elemental absorption instead of spell absorption, it's elemental absorption. While holding it, there's a bunch of spells available like web, invisibility, flaming sphere, dispel magic. Depending on the charges, it has a bunch of charges. I'll basically make a nerfed version of whatever this card says. That's it. That's it for spears. We can always check the next couple towns for more options.
How much is the force one?
There it is. 1 or 2? Plus 1 or 2? Plus 2? The plus 2 is 4,000 gold. The plus 1 is 250.
And how many charges does it have?
The plus 1 is 5 charges.
Okay. I'll take the. Can I barter down? You sure you can't go any further lower?
I can't believe I
Why
bought that much.
should I?
I didn't buy anything.
Roll your.
17.
How much lower?
Just 200?
Fine.
I'll take it.
What, Dusty?
You know, I'm just sitting here and like I aced my countering abilities, like counter offers and stuff like that, and I still didn't buy anything.
Yep.
Huh?
That is insane. However, I want to go to the meat and dairy markets.
Okay, yes.
I want to stock up on cheese, butter, milk if people are wanting it, and I want it all in my bag of coal.
Okay.
And I want to say I spend it, let's say 25, I almost said dollars, 25 gold's worth of those items. You think I can get some pretty decent steaks?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Cool beans. Thalia, what do you like?
Yeah!
For snacks?
That's your spear.
Fruits, veggies?
Sweets and treats.
Sweets and treats, okay. Clay's going to a bakery, get some
Honey,
sweets
sugar.
and treats. Honey, sugar, cool beans.
Salt.
Salt. Doric likes
Oh my god.
dairy?
No.
Alright, we are
That's
going to get...
lactose intolerant.
I feel like
I saw that video too.
Doric would like gelato.
Blew my mind.
No, yeah,
I feel
cats
like-
are super lactose
I
intolerant.
feel like Doric likes gelato.
Actually, almost every animal other than human is lactose intolerant.
Or sorbet.
Or, yeah.
You know what? I'm upset at Doric. I'm not getting him anything. Pantheo, what do you like?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. Clay's also going to get some strawberries.
You guys realize it's November. Fruit's going to be... You could get oranges.
A little bit expensive. What is the...
Non-existent, not
What is
expensive.
the poor man's strawberry? Raspberries?
Honey, there's no berries this time of year. You could maybe find some preserved oranges. You could find some jams, preserves.
It's supply and demand. I understand I'll have to pay a little bit extra for strawberries. I understand that.
Yeah, I
There's-
want, I want strawberry jam.
Yeah, you want
Listen,
strawberry
you
yeah,
jam?
can
strawberry
get
jam.
strawberry jam.
We're going to get some strawberry jam for Pantheo.
Okay.
Still upset at Doric. I might get him enough.
We are 30 minutes into Waterdeep and we haven't made it to the mansion yet.
Maybe because we're procrastinating.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to buy a weapon so fast. I didn't think it would devolve like
No, you wouldn't. You're not. I'm.
Also,
Please enjoy playing the game. Don't
so
worry.
is it okay to say that I spend about 25 gold?
Yes.
I keep wanting to
Give
say
me the
dollars.
cards. Give me my cards!
Somebody's got a 9 issue.
Sir, put the items down.
this. In reality, this is the most authentic D&D experience there is.
So, alright, however, so, just a genuine question. So, say if we have something that's attuned to us, is there any way that we can find somebody? I mean, I understand enchantment.
Say your question.
Is there a way that I can make my raps better by paying someone to do so?
Yeah,
How?
it'd have to be a wizard or a
Dude.
sorcerer.
Let's. Thalia!
But you're not going to be in Waterdeep all that often. No, seriously though, the whole time you're trying to find this manor, like Thalia, you are the one who's on focus. You weren't shopping. You were like, this is what we're doing. This is where I'm going. I'm figuring out where to go, what street to go down. I'm asking for directions. And the whole time Clay's in your ear going, So do you think you can enchant this a little stronger? Because it does this type of energy magic, and I don't know if you can do that kind of energy or that kind of element. He's just in your ear.
I am redirecting and coping.
And what kind of food do you like? You like...
What
Oh,
happens?
do you think we can find strawberries this time of year?
So it is solely just like in one ear, out the other for Thalia. She's just like, yep, yeah, oh sure, okay, yep, okay, yep,
And you're reading the book, and you're looking... Okay, so what you have been finding, Thalia, is that Sarah does in fact have directions on how to find this manor in the book. She described her discovering it in the first place. But as you kind of walk around and ask people about the Yellowcrest family, they're actually still very well known. Even though they all were murdered, I don't know, hold on, let me think, 19 years ago? Maybe 17 years ago. People aren't really sure anymore. When it gets fuddled. It's at least been 15 years. They're still really well known, so it's very easy for them to point you to the right street. You are heading to Del Zoran Street on the North Ward, so it takes you guys a while to get there anyway. So you pass a bunch of shops, everyone gets distracted. They do warn you though that there's a new family living there. Obviously, it's been 15 years. It's not an abandoned manor. So you lead everyone through Waterdeep. At this point, the sun is going down. You have traveled through the entirety of Waterdeep, down the main streets, past every shop that has caught their eye. They've talked to every weapons merchant and any magic merchant, and they've bought food and stopped in the butcher and stopped in the cheesery. You finally get to Delzorin Street, and the sun is going down.
Well, I think, what if we go to an inn and then we revisit this quest in the morning?
No, the manor's right there. No,
it's right here.
We're literally gonna walk up.
And there's an inn right there.
Yeah, and the one in that's pretty neat.
Look,
Here.
let's just poke in. We've
If-
come all this way.
if-
We've come all this way. Let's poke in.
I understand.
Let's not get distracted by any cheeseries or wineries on the way. Any butchers.
Throughout this time, can I have attuned to the weapon?
Yeah, I mean,
If it's like nighttime, I feel like that's enough.
you could have definitely done it while you were shopping for food.
That's exactly one.
Yes.
Will the spear require attunement?
Damn it, I put it in the box.
gimme.
I gotta find it.
That's right, folk. I waited to the worst possible moment when everything's put away.
But I never got an answer if Thalia can help me with my raps.
She
Oh my
did
god,
answer you.
she wasn't even listening.
She said, yeah, sure, okay,
You did get an answer. It just was a not true one.
Dude, Samantha, I told you in your head, Samantha, to leave it out because you're gonna have to hand it to him. And then what did you do? You put it in there, and you didn't even put it with the rest of the items that you sold to him or tried to sell to him. You put it in who the fuck knows where. Samantha!
This is D&D.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna find out while we talk. So, you get to the manor. The sun is going down.
This
People
place
are
looks haunted as shit.
people are going into their homes. It's not unpopulated. There are people. And there are lights on in the manor that you're headed to. It does seem a bit darker than how it was described in the beginning of the diary. But you can go up and knock on the door and meet the family living there now if you'd like.
I'm gonna march right up. I'm gonna take my staff and I'm gonna bang on the door.
You're all standing behind little Thalia. And you hear someone, I'm coming.
I don't sound too happy.
I'm coming over. Sounds to be someone in their 40s. A man, wait. It's funny, you hear this 40-something-year-old man come to the door. He doesn't open it. From the door he goes, Arnulf! Get the door! Get the door! Certainly, sir. Sorry, I was in the drawing room. And you hear someone shuffle up to the door. Excuse me, sir. He goes to crack open the door to look at you, and you see what appears to be a well-dressed butler. A human. He's a short, balding man with a warm smile and a very fine mustache. He himself smells of wine.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I will handle our guest if you'd like to return to your quarters. Thank you. Well, that's what I'm gonna do if you bring me another bottle. And the butler goes, excuse me, madame, and friends. What can I do for you this late in the evening?
Yes, hello. I'm Thalia, and
Good evening, Thalia. I am Arnulf, the butler of the the Felgurst family.
Yes, so charmed to meet you. We are a bunch of, I wouldn't say bunch, we're a gaggle of, I wouldn't say gaggle either. We are some adventurers from Candlekeep, come here to investigate some of this house's wonderful history, where,
Oh, you're speaking of the family murders that happened 17 years ago.
Oh my goodness, I wouldn't say it so gruesomely, but yes, we very much are. That's true.
Gruesome it is. And you can tell, without even rolling insight, he's fascinated by it.
Oh, good.
Because, yes, we weren't able to quite clean up everything in the cellar where it happened. But many of the remains did leave with the previous owner. Well, yeah, so what is it you want to know? You just want to know that a man killed his wife, children, and servants? Or, I'm sorry, it was never proven so. There was a mysterious set of murders where somehow the previous owner survived.
Oh, he survived, did he?
Ah, yes, and he left everything in the estate to us, to the next buyers. We have all his furniture, all his possessions, everything.
So is this the man who was accused of the murder? What's the...
I don't think he was ever accused, really. I just think the look of him in his pictures is rather telling.
So what's the order of events here? This man kills his family, then he leaves, or he sells it to the current owner.
Actually, if I remember right, he's getting really interested. He's having fun talking about this. The reason he wasn't accused by anyone is because he wasn't even in Waterdeep at the time of the murders. He returned home to find everyone's bodies bloodied and gruesomely torn apart.
Oh, I see. So he's an innocent man, so to speak.
Yes, but wouldn't it be fun if it somehow was his fault?
Seems a little convenient.
You know, magic, there's quite a few. Did he have any magical background that is known?
Well, I'm afraid he was a businessman, and he owned many of the shops around the area. In fact, he still does. We did not purchase any of his estate. When I say estate, we purchased the property, the furniture, the house, but all of his businesses still belong to him and are in functioning order today.
Well, I will tell you what, sir. I am a wizard, and I am not only a wizard, I am a diviner. Have you had a diviner in here, in these premises, to investigate the scene of the crime, investigate what may have happened here 17 years
Interestingly
ago?
enough, no. I don't believe so. We've had many a folk who are interested in the tales that we could tell around the hearth in the dark. Fun little ghost stories by candlelight, but we've never had actually anyone of the divine sense visit. Priests have offered to hollow the land, but there are no ghosts or curses to be heard of, so we weren't going to...
Certainly not.
Of course, I understand. If you are just selling your abilities, we have no interest in purchasing, so I may have to turn you away.
It's more of a matter of, let's call it personal curiosity. I would certainly hate to ask for payment, all things considered.
But that being said, curiosity, it is late into the night, and we don't have a habit of letting people into our home with all of our valuables. Now, if you excuse me, I do have to bid you good night, as the Lord did ask for another bottle of wine, so if you'll excuse me, and he goes to shut the door.
I'd ask one question before you do. You said most of the remains were removed from the house?
Yes, I believe he wanted to bury his family where he was living now.
Do you know where that is, by chance?
No, I have no idea.
What was his name?
Ma'am, did you have any other questions for us?
Yes, I was wondering about his name, actually, come to think of it.
Well, it's Yellowcrest, of course. This is Yellowcrest Manor.
Yes, of course. Where does he live now?
I don't know.
I see.
You have been asking quite a lot of questions without any payment of any kind, and I'm afraid you are not my employer, so I must go see to him, tend to him.
I see. If only some of us didn't go on quite the shopping spree.
Why'd you do it?
I end up telling him.
Oh my god.
He
For
just
the
gives you the most disgusted look.
You know what?
He is not interested in talking to you.
You know what? For the amount
It's
of
okay.
information that you provided, I'll pay you, you know,
What did
according.
I do with it?
I'll pay you accordingly.
You probably did take it out.
Yeah, I probably put it somewhere in my pile of crap.
For the information that he provided us, I'm saying, for the information you provided us, I'll pay you accordingly. I throw him 1 copper and say, you gave us nothing.
Wow.
My dear, I hope you enjoy your night. Thank you for entertaining the ghost stories here. Now, if you'll excuse me, would anyone like to roll insight?
I
Yeah.
would.
Let's go for it.
I think all of us would like to.
Natural 1.
Pantheo's like, yeah.
You're a 2-bit butler.
You're too big.
I got a 5.
Oh my. Oh gosh. What are we looking for? Perception?
Insight.
Insight.
23.
Where is it?
We're gonna go with his insight.
What'd you get, 25?
23.
I had.
That's not it.
12. What do you want?
He is not interested in coin of any kind, but you can tell by the smell of wine and alcohol in his breath, he might be bribed with some other form of luxury.
Didn't we get like a really good bottle of wine?
You did.
I think we drank
So
it.
we're not
We each-
wasting it on
We
this
each
one.
got one, right?
From somewhere.
I can't remember
I
if...
do remember you having one.
I just can't remember if it was Pantheo that got it or if it was Gumbo.
I had a bottle of wine, but we drank it at some point.
We each got a bottle, though.
Clay might still have his bottle of wine in his bag of cooling.
I will find it, even if I have to Google it. It's called the...
Oh, I have it on my app. I just didn't know if you want me to have the real card. I have everything on it.
Oh, yeah. It's the Sword of Vengeance, but it's a scimitar.
Yeah, I
Literally,
already...
textbook how... You saw it!
I added it. I didn't read it.
Okay.
Because you asked me not to. I just added it to my character sheet. I just did not read it. But I can read it.
You should go read it.
I'm going to read it now.
It turns him into the Ghost Rider. No more spore form, just the spirit of vengeance.
First thing in the line of text. Curse.
Yup.
Oh no!
You said you were willing to take something cheaper that was cursed.
This sword is cursed and possessed by a vengeful spirit. Becoming attuned to it extends the curse to you. As long as you remain cursed, you are unwilling to part with the sword. I love this.
Rocks.
It is so much like Ghost Rider.
While attuned to the weapon, you have disadvantage on attack rolls made with weapons other than this one. In addition, while the sword is on your person, you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw whenever you take damage in combat. On a failed save, you must attack the creature that damaged you until you drop to 0 hit points, or it does. Or until you can't reach that creature to make a melee attack against
It
you.
actually fits Pantheo so perfectly.
You can break the curse in the usual ways. Alternatively, casting banishment on the sword forces the vengeful spirit to leave it. The sword then becomes a +1 weapon with no other properties. It's finesse. When making an attack with the finesse weapon, you choose blah blah blah.
So none of you
Light,
know
and then
this.
proficiency.
All you know is that while you were
This
traveling,
rocks.
This rocks so hard.
at some point Pantheo just was like, God, I really like this new scimitar, and he's putting it on his belt going, this is nice.
This is sick.
This is really nice.
It's a really nice blade.
Can I hold it?
No!
Can you?
I should cut you for that.
Oh, what?
Yeah!
I'm backing
Ask
away.
it again!
No.
Ask it
No.
again! I love this sword! This is
When
awesome!
you do get hit, you guys are gonna see him immediately turn into Angry Pantheo, who you've seen before, so it's not out of character.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
fought
gonna be
him.
like, did you fucking hit me? And
Fucking hit me!
Oh, this is normal for him. This
Yeah.
is
This is
standard.
awesome.
it's not gonna be that out of character, so you're not gonna pick up on it right away.
I take the other sword and I try to bend it. Hey, can you put some heat on this blade? I want to destroy it.
Ah.
I hate this one. I throw it.
Clay wants to go catch it.
Okay.
You are reminding me of the Batman show where Damian was taken over by the Joker.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking
He's wearing
about.
the little short suit.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is so
Dude,
new.
it
This
feels
is fucking awesome.
I'm sorry.
This
I'm
rips.
sorry that my brain
Really
keeps going to
good.
Ghost Rider.
Okay, so anyway, you think that if you bribe this butler with wine, he will sneak you in so you can look around. Anyone want to stop him? He's closing the door. Door's closing. 3.
Hey, how good does the wine have to be?
I don't know.
I just,
Alchemy Joe?
would you like to have a drink?
You say that, and he's like, "Ma'am, did you say something?"
Yes.
I
Yes.
push Doric in front of Thalia and I rip his fucking shirt off. Go.
Ma'am, what was it you said?
excuse me,
I put the
hold on,
wine
yes.
on Doric's chest.
I'm gonna get. We all got a bottle of wine.
Sorry.
You take it, Alchemy Joe.
I'm just gonna lean over, sort of shimmy around Doric, and just offer the wine. Here, it's a
An
little.
interesting-
I just
Grab
like
the
grab
wine
your
off his
shoulders
shirt.
and
Just grab the wine off his shirt. with his
Okay.
chest.
So you're not giving him the full alchemy jug, right? You're gonna pour
Yes,
him.
I'm just pouring.
No, I'm not giving him the
Oh,
alchemy
I'll be
jug.
right.
Yes.
Hold on.
A
He
geyser
goes and he
his
gets
ass.
like a big decanter, and he's like,
Okay, let's fill it the fuck up.
"Yes, thank you, my dear. You pour so nicely. Did anyone tell you have lovely elbows?
Oh.
You pour with the grace of a
Hold on, I'm
of a
sorry,
servant."
pause. What the
Somebody
fuck
call
did you say to her?
Somebody call me polymorphic.
What did you
That is
say
a
to her?
compliment of the highest level for someone in servitude.
Well, I'm not really.
obviously
I'm a wizard, so not a servant.
Oh, a servant of the people with magic. Excellent choice.
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
I would
Okay,
say that
well-
she racks after selfishly.
Well, I'll take a taste of this and I'll go serve it to the master. But come on in, you're gonna go. You see this set of stairs behind me? You're gonna go downstairs to see everything that was left behind by the Yellowcrest. I'll meet with you shortly.
Wonderful.
You are able to come into this building, and it's very Victorian. It's got the wood paneled walls, and you see a staircase that leads upstairs, and there's a kind of cracked open door that would lead downstairs. While everywhere up here is well lit, downstairs is not. So you might pull out a candle, light.
As we walk in, do I see anything in the ethereal?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oddly enough,
You see his shady behavior.
No,
You didn't need your perception
which
to
is
see that.
weird. Because a place like this would, especially because Sarah told you that the family was not at rest.
Do you see the spirit on my sword?
Oh my god, yeah, just that fucking horrible vengeance.
I want to say no, but he sees an aura around it.
Yeah.
It's just got angry eyebrows.
Is your weapon living?
Just angry eyebrows. It's just like
Theo, it's got fuck me eyes for you.
I'm okay with that.
You
That's
what?
actually kind
You
of
want-
sweet. I like that.
You want? Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm not gonna say
You're
anything.
I'm not
being
one to
weird.
judge.
I-
I'm
Maisel.
not
Why
one
are you
to judge.
being so weird right now?
okay. So you guys are walking down the stairs slowly, and you see the butler go into another room through an archway. He pours some wine for his master, who's drinking in front of the fireplace, not reading, just staring at the fires.
While
And he brings the decanter with himself, pours some into like a whiskey glass, and then brings it with a candle. And he's like, "All right, all of you, let's go down quietly." And he starts leading you down the stairs with the candle. Yes, what were you gonna say? Okay. He goes, "Well, my lady, Thalia, thank you for joining me. I would love to explain. So at the time, Lord Vialis Yellowcrest, he had a wife and 2 children, I believe, and 3 servants. Wait, 4 servants. Yes, because a total of 7 people brutally were murdered down here in the basement." And he's talking as he leads you down through. At this point, you're getting into like cinder block style basement, just kind of creepy, kind of dark. Rocks protruding from the walls, and the ground is dirt. And he's leading you through just a lot of storage rooms where they just have tons of old furniture and stuff that seem to be from the Yellowcrest Manor. It looks like it's not been used in 17 years. And he brings you to a room that is now filled with stuff. but he starts moving furniture around to show you the blood stains on the floor. Because this is where they were brutally stabbed to death, believably all at the same time, as they were positioned in 7 different positions around this circle on the ground. As you'll see, the blood, it hides all of the pattern, but you can see that the blood pools are strongest in a circle around the room as he's trying to move furniture to show you the blood stains in the dirt.
Goodness.
And he's like, so it is believed that he stabbed each one simultaneously. The murderer somehow stabbed all 7 people simultaneously multiple times until he cut off, and this is going to be gory, are you guys okay with this? He cut off their tongues, he cut off their noses, he cut off their ears, and stabbed in their eyes. And it is also, they were found without any fingertips, as those had been shaved off as well. How he did it simultaneously, it seems they all perished at the same time, is unknown. He, she, it, whatever it is that did this, somehow was able to kill 7 people simultaneously in a gruesome event.
They removed all of their senses.
Yes, that's true. Touch,
Smell, taste, sight, and hearing.
All of the possessions here, as you can see, are what is left. And I've actually been trying to piece, well, I did when we moved in a long time ago, and he seems to be in his 50s. A long time ago when we moved in, I attempted to figure out who died in which position. However, I do not have paintings of the servants, you see. I only have paintings of the family members themselves. And of course, I've been able to determine that the children's bodies are really gruesome. He's decided where the children's bodies are. He has paintings of the children. He goes, so here in the stack of paintings, you can see this is, God, what were the family members' names? Oh, they don't even name the kids.
that's kind of
That's upsetting.
Wait.
I kind of.
Okay, I got it.
It's kind of terrible, but
Um,
I've seen that guy in picture.
he's a vagrant.
You guys are so funny.
This is. I started drawing this, imagining it was the one that grabbed Clay earlier.
Oh, with the tentacles?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, that's amazing. I hate and love.
He's terrible. That's someone that would grab you by the arm and pull you into their stand.
And be wet when they touch you?
Uh-huh.
Clammy.
Okay. Lady Maria was the wife. The children
Count me in.
are Janice, I believe, Janice and Tiana. I might have these names wrong, but I'm speed reading and I just don't remember from 2 weeks ago when I read it. So, the
Janice
children,
and what, I'm sorry?
Janice and Tiana, this is their mother, Lady Maria, who unfortunately perished despite being a wonderful woman. And here is the sole survivor, Lord Vielus Yellowcrest. And as he pulls this out into the candlelight, both Pantheo and Doric's hearts stop.
Great.
You've seen this man before.
That's the wolf.
It is a human man who used to run the orphanage in Luskin. He did not go by Vielus Yellowcrest. He went by something else and had a new family, a new wife, and children. But you recognize this man, and you know exactly where he is today.
That's exciting.
Hold on. I was literally just reading that. Where are you, Doric Voss?
Why are you?
He is the one who held the parties in the mansion where Doric and Pantheo were put on display for humans to pick out their bodies for themselves. The mansion was connected to an orphanage, a dormitory, where you would stay, you would study, you would farm, you would work. And where Doric would get used, unfortunately. So this man is the reason for all of your trauma, your childhood, your upbringing. This man, who Sarah believes killed his own family, is the same man who traumatized Pantheo and Doric for a decade or more.
Sarah.
What is his name? What do you know him as?
Abaris Corval.
Okay. So you can share that. But basically, I won't even make you roll insight. Daly and Clay, you're just paying attention to what this butler says. But the way Pantheo and Doric stopped cold, you think that they were petrified.
We don't have to roll perception.
No, it was obvious. Unless you guys want to hide your reactions. But it was visceral.
No.
I grip my new sword.
Like the way you felt like your stomach bled through your body. Like it was just a drop.
Doric's eyes are closed and he's literally...
The butler sees all of you and goes, yes, very gruesome indeed. Such a horror story. Now, the good news is, there have been no reports of ghosts in this area. Now, the servants were buried on the land. However, he took the bones and blood and bodies of his wife and his 2 children with him so that he could bury them. Now, he does own many of the shops around the area. In fact, one of his workers, apparently, from wherever he has moved off to, one of his workers frequents the shops to collect its earnings, his investments, so that he continues to make money to pay for his home, wherever it is.
Do you know the name of this worker? Do you know how often he comes by?
No, I've never interacted with him. I've just seen him make his rounds maybe once or twice a year for the last 17 years. But he owns many of the shops on the street. If you go down to Delzorin Street and look at any shop that has the Yellowcrest sign on the front, you would be able to ask any of those shop runners who it is who does the work.
That would be helpful then, yes.
But yes, I still keep an eye out. I'm hoping to hear the cries of children, the screams or wails of a mother murdered. But alas, I have had no sleepless nights in this manner. I don't know what it is about these walls to experience such trauma and still be such a safe home. I believe we're blessed in these walls.
To be sure.
Can I insight him to see if he, desires the horror? Like, if he's,
This is just a
fanatical of it?
This is just a true crime fan.
That's fair. Insight, I think, is going to be an 11.
He's a true crime fan.
Yeah.
You can tell that if he actually interacted with something traumatic, he would be shook, he would be humbled. He has no idea what it's actually like to go through horror.
Okay, so then so I want to ask, I just want to cut the BS and ask him, if that's okay.
Do whatever you want.
Why have you only been acknowledging our friend Thalia here? Anytime any one of us, me, Doric, or Pantheo, have asked you something, you go back to Thalia. I just want to say that
I don't think I've done such a rude thing. I just enjoy the lady's company, and I'm so excited to have such a beautiful face to look at after a long, hard day of work.
I want you to know that I'll be darned if you try to target her because they are a lady.
I would never dare do such a thing. You can tell she's well learned. And
your actions make me believe, because you have never, throughout this whole entire interaction, you have not called him Doric, you have not called him Pantheo, and you have not called me Clay. One bit whatsoever. You have only gone back to them as Thalia. So, I want to know, are you trying to target our friend?
What do you mean by target? Because I have no idea what you mean. I was excited to share with crime enthusiasts what's going on. Now, you said you were a diviner, my dear. What can you divine about this space? What can we learn?
Well...
Do you have cards, or do we get to see illusions and flame through your hands? What do we get to see?
Now, see, and that's exactly what I'm going to. You never asked Doric. You never asked Pantheo if they have any sort of anything like that.
I did introduce myself as a diviner, in truth, but I happen to possess my magical runes.
But not once in this whole entire time have they actually acknowledged me.
I assume you are all her bodyguards, and she is in fact the lady in charge.
Yeah, you have not acknowledged us as so.
She's so
It would be rude to do that.
I'm going to go ahead and cast my rune tablets.
So as her bodyguard, I would like, if you think that I'm a bodyguard, of course you would think that it's, justifiable that you have only been acknowledging them.
What was your question, Philia?
How,
He's just not talking to you.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
How were these people killed simultaneously?
You get the rune for illusion.
Okay. So that could mean either they were like tricked into doing it themselves simultaneously. It could mean that it's a trick that they killed simultaneously and they were actually killed at different times. I'm not sure how relevant it is for bringing them to justice compared to investigating the first suspect. What I would like to know is if there are any other suspects than the obvious one that the butler seems to be pointing us towards.
Oh, so you're gonna ask if there's any other clues that have been ignored or any other directions that were ignored by investigators, or?
Yes, has what is the primary suspect's like alibi? What's his version of who killed his family? Has he said anything to that effect? Because surely you would have to.
So what would
What's the official
Valeris Yellowcrest say about the possible killer?
Yeah, and that's not me asking like the runes. That's me asking the butler.
Oh.
So what's like the official narrative of who did the police pin this on, so to speak?
Well, he was just horrified. He, as far as I'm aware, didn't point the finger at anyone. He had trust and belief in the community, so maybe they thought it was just passers-by who found a manor without its head and decided to have their way with the servants.
Was anything stolen at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Besides their senses.
Yes, were the body parts ever found?
Oh, all of the body parts, as far as I'm aware, were here. They were present.
Even the eyes and
Yes.
ears.
Was there anything special about the way they were arranged at all?
As far as I know, just in this circle.
Can I make an arcana to see if I recognize this circle? Or anything?
I will tell you, it is just a circle of blood. It is so completely blood-stained. If there was a magic circle under it...
like, thinking of, like, have I heard of a ritual that requires the removal
Oh.
of senses?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana.
That's a 3.
No. The most you can ascertain is it's some barbaric idea of separating someone from everything else.
So if it's a ritual that is some kind of illusion and it involves disrupting them of all the senses, I wonder if it's meant to make someone undetectable, for instance, like if
Oh, you're thinking about the magical outcome?
yes,
Like they're all magical. So you think that the ritual was
done for a purpose.
Right, so what is the purpose? Do you have any questions for the runes? Do you want to ask what the purpose of the ritual was?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna roll with.
What was the name of him again? It's the Lord.
Vialis, Vialis, Yellowcrest. The one you get back, what was the purpose? You get the rune for divine.
Okay, so it was as in divine as in divination, or divine
Nope.
as in the gods?
Divine is in the gods.
So this is a ritual for some sort of deity.
Zamoka.
Yeah, that would seem to scan.
Well, you say Zamoka, and Thalia, you're like, why does he say Zamoka? Not everything is Zamoka. What does the Yellowcrest family have to do with the cult of Zamoka? Is Doric just saying that because he's of his history? Like, Thalia, you don't know yet the connection.
Okay, that's true. Well, what makes you say Zamoka?
It seems like a ritual that would be done in their honor.
Why does Zamoka have something to do with the senses?
Not that I know of.
If you now, Thalia, want to roll religion, just based off of what you've learned about the cult so far, They believe that animal-like races are, not only are they superior, they believe that each animal race is superior in its own way.
I got a natural one on that.
Okay, then that's all you got.
Okay, so it could be a way to,
In fact, you're actually leaning towards this having nothing to do with Zamoka. You're thinking maybe one of the gods of speech, one of the gods of like trickery of darkness, like Lolth, or one of the other drow gods.
it could, yeah.
Anyway, you have one more rune for the day. Do you want to do another reading?
Yes.
Anyone else have any
Yeah,
ideas?
does anyone have any ideas for our last question? Anything that we could?
Ask where, if the children are actually dead.
Do we know how long it was for like from their death to when he returned home?
Oh, you could ask the butler.
Do you know like how long they were dead before the Lord Yellowcrest found them?
Oh, that is a... My Lady Thalia, that is a very interesting question. That's a very interesting
Do you
question.
guys...
And he's getting more and more drunk, by the way, because he's been drinking this whole time. Yes, well, I believed he was on a trip, and while trips keep him away from Waterdeep for months at a time, the people of the area would have noticed their absence within a couple of days, so I think he returned home within a couple of days of their death.
In a couple of days, okay. What was your question, Dork, again?
Oh, if the children are actually dead.
So this,
I mean, we can find that out if we go.
so this makes me want to think more broadly. Is everyone involved in this ritual actually dead? Or is everyone in the family actually dead? Because he could not be a member of the family potentially.
Don't ask about the family.
Don't ask
I
about
already know the answer to that.
Okay.
How do you think it's
How do you... Okay. I'll ask the question about the children. I'm so sorry. What was the children question again? I'm zoning out.
Just if they are actually dead.
Yes, are the children actually dead?
Okay.
I just want to pop that.
While she's doing that to the ruins, what are you
I
doing?
want to sneak it. So, is this butler drink from a glass of wine or straight from a bottle?
From a glass.
Cool.
He's probably drinking from like the decanter that I poured.
Yeah, he poured into a whiskey glass.
Oh,
Okay. All right. How much wine do you have left in that, Bailey?
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit. All right. Okay. All right.
Why'd you ask?
I switch out his whiskey glass for a taller glass.
Okay. You ask if the children are in fact dead. The rune that you do get, I want to be very specific. The rune you get is for necrotic damage. It is not for necromancy. It's for necrotic damage. So it's not the necromancy spell school. It's like necrotic effects.
So like rotting. Okay.
And that was your third question. Yeah, and it's like really, and just for you, Thalia, I won't even make you roll on this. You know that's very telling, because if they were risen or undead or still alive or healed, necromancy, the school, that rune would make sense. But since it's not saying they're still alive, like it's not saying they were healed, it's not saying they were brought back to life, they're not being made undead. The fact that this is necrotic is like a totally telling thing. Like the fact that it wasn't necromancy at all is a statement in and of itself.
Right. If it's not necromancy, but it is necrotic damage, then that, yeah.
So you all are very somber. The butler, who's getting more and more drunk, is just enjoying the story. He's coming up with random ideas, like, and who knows if there's other things like this in other basements. I think it would be fascinating to explore all the manors of Waterdeep. And
When he says that, can I insight him?
yeah.
I think this butler might be autistic.
That's
think
a
Really
30.
passionate.
He's a true
about
crime
this.
fan.
He's a really, really big true crime fan.
Plus, is his special interest.
I can tell.
I'd like to. You know what? I'd like to roll insight.
Roll insight then. Everybody's rolled insight on this guy.
I want to know if he is only why he is only purposely talking to Thalia.
You said
Do you have to roll insight for
You
that?
said the bodies were on the grounds.
No,
Oh, the servants were buried in a graveyard,
Okay.
and the family is not on the grounds.
Family's not.
Oh, I think I did say they were on the grounds.
No, I
but
think
I
you
was
said
wrong.
they
No,
took
He
his.
took the family with him.
I think
Yeah.
I said the servants were buried on the grounds, but they're buried in a sanctified graveyard.
His
Got it.
fascination with Thalia is making me so uncomfortable.
It's a mix of he has a gross crush on her because he's old enough to be her dad.
I'm gonna knock his ass out.
He's just a sleazy old man.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
My God, you
I'm
guys!
gonna swish and flick the fuck out of my wand of magic missile.
I got a 3.
Okay.
And he kind of is treating Thalia like she's the head of your group, like she's the lady, and it would be inappropriate to ignore her.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's also
true, I am the
appropriate to.
leader.
It's also
Accurate.
So if he knows,
Agreed.
he knows that so then he knows that it's inappropriate to target her.
He's not targeting her.
The way that he's only talking to her
He
makes
is
it feel like
really
targeting.
enjoying talking to her. He wants to hear her voice more. He wants to hear her thoughts more.
That's targeting.
I just want to see your skin more.
That's targeting.
Elbows.
Let me see your elbows. I'm not being weird. You're
I'm only
making
into
it
you.
weird.
Forget your bodyguards. Even though Thalia, tell him that he
So-
can only talk to you through us.
He is now under the
You're
effect
kind of being
of
weird, Clay.
geese.
I don't
Oh my
like
God,
how
Gias.
he seems so
What are you doing to him?
predatory.
I command him to speak to no one of us or that we were ever here.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what? I start
Clever.
speaking to him.
They take an insane amount of damage from chaos if they don't do it.
5d10.
Chaos is a fucked spell.
He
I
is-
start speaking to him. And awkward.
He is charmed for
He goes, oh,
30
this
days.
stuff is really good.
I hold it. down his throat.
Oh my God.
You guys convince him that this never fucking happened and it's all in his head. I take out my alchemy jug and I start pouring down a freaking
Dusty.
gallon of wine down his throat.
What are you
I
doing?
think you misunderstand what Gias is.
What is he?
He's compelled to not
speak of us
disobey.
or that we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that ends in 30 days.
Oh. Well, never mind then. Can I just knock his
He's
ass
just
out?
kind of wandering around.
Why?
Wow,
Yeah, let me
this
just
was fun.
waterboard this butler who's
I think
giving
it's
us
bedtime.
clues.
This was enough excitement for this old man. Pats his belly, scratches his bald head, twists his mustache.
It's just a creepy old
It's time for bed.
Why should we
You
allow
get your
a creepy old
sleep.
This is the
person?
butler, this is the head.
It's not illegal to be creepy.
Bye.
You were just
Goodbye.
He
you were
leads
just
you
so
guys
against
upstairs.
killing people before.
I just want to knock his ass out. I don't want to kill him. I just want
He leads
to
you up and he opens the
frickin'
door.
curb stomp him.
Thank you for joining us at the Yellowcrest Manor tour. I hope you like it as I really enjoyed.
to one room!
He won't remember what we say, right?
No, he will.
There might be another murder here.
You
No,
the
he
past
will remember.
the
In
the
30
Lord.
days. Which
No,
how much
chair.
can you remember?
Pass
in
out.
30
He
days?
still remembers, he just can't
won't-
speak
he
about
just
it.
won't speak about it.
And for 30 days?
Right.
Cool.
Enjoy the stay. Don't let the fog get you all wet. Make sure you dry off
God.
before bedtime. Don't catch a cold.
Can
Good
somebody-
night, my
can somebody
sirs
please-
and ladies.
Can somebody please pull me out
Shuts
of
the door.
Can somebody please pull me out?
You guys are all pulling. You're pulling Clay out. He's just. You're pulling him out of the manor, and Talia's just.
I tell you right now, if anybody only spoke to my sister like that in the company of her bodyguards, I would absolutely murder him.
You don't have a sister.
He does it
do.
too.
He has two sisters. Two
Well-
brothers.
You can't gas me.
I can't right now.
I remember though, according to you.
I could gas all of you.
Don't you just
Yeah.
hate it when your
Yeah, I still
cleric
remember.
chaos lights you?
Sorry, that was great. That was great. Oh, so
That needs to be a
I'm
t-shirt.
That's
I
really
didn't
funny.
like. It didn't like.
When your D&D
How-
party guesses you.
I didn't like how he's being sleazy and only talking to Thalia.
Bruh, I've had those customers. It's real.
It's like, hey,
I'm
we're right
guessing
here.
we find an inn for the night.
Yeah, let's find an inn and try not to think about that guy.
The yawning
Banana
portal, here we go.
Republic.
You guys head to a famous tavern called the Yawning Portal.
Is it a gay bar?
Yep.
Oh no.
Did you say yes?
Not.
The portal is just a fucking glory hole. The portal's literally just an anus.
One that you never return from. You guys get rooms in this very famous inn. You get to see the Yawning Portal itself in the middle of this stadium-shaped tavern as you head up to your room and enjoy a night in Waterdeep.
Are we allowed to toss things in there?
Enjoy?
Yeah, I guess.
Enjoy. First time I go to Baldur's Gate, I get fucking mugged. First time I go to Water... Yes, I did by your buddies.
What?
Oh no, sorry. I was trying to look for you and Pantheon because I got sent
We haven't-
home.
we
It
haven't
was
been
not
to
your. It was
Waterdeep.
not his
I
buddies.
said, no, I said
They were
Baldur's
the
Gate.
like
I said the first time I went to-
mafia who were trying to quote unquote
Collect
get
a
your
toll.
dues.
Yeah.
and they freaking the first time I go to Baldur's Gate, that happened. Then the first time I go to Waterdeep, one of my associates, I don't know,
Party members,
co-partyers,
friend,
I don't
also
Adopted sister.
friend. Fine, here we go. There's the admittance that I have said that Thalia is Clay's friend, and
Yay.
I don't like when guys are just sitting there talking to Thalia
Clay's
like as if
literally saying
Thalia is
this
a piece
the
of meat.
whole walk to the tavern, the whole walk up to bed. You guys are getting into bed and he's still complaining. He's just pissed.
I want to beat that guy up. I want to roughhouse him so bad.
I appreciate that I
Who's
have you in my
actually-
corner.
He was actually quite pleasant.
Hey.
Oh, also-
yeah, the guy in the Lord Yellowcrest.
Uh-huh.
He was kind of like one of the heads of the cult of Zamoka. He held all the parties
I knew it.
that put us on display.
I just felt Thalia.
What?
I knew it.
Yeah, they would
I
like.
knew it.
So you know how like you go to a car show or
Uh,
a cart show?
A horse show.
You go to a cart show and they have all those big carts.
Would you like to take a look at my car?
And sometimes they sell the carts at the show too.
And sometimes the carts are used many times.
Sometimes other people take those carts for a test drive.
One would almost say a pleasure ride.
Sometimes the carts just have good chats.
Mm-hmm.
So you now know that the place that you have to go to solve the murder or the murders of Yellowcrest Manor
And
is
that-
the same place you have to go to find Paxley and Ettenmeyer.
And that butler is sexist as fuck.
So if we want any information from him, we honestly are probably better to go to Lustin.
I think that's sort of where the path leads us. I mean,
So-
it seems like we've done pretty much what we can investigating here.
I will say the Forest Walker has been good to us. Reginald is a beast. I think it would be better for us to charter a ship there.
So
Yes.
I need to break into this before we go any further. I've spent time here in Baldur's Gate. Or in
Waterdeep.
For quite a while, me and one of the people who helped me escape stayed here. I believe Bears has connections here. While I stayed here, he had multiple bodyguards, and I saw him myself here. So, he might have a safe house here.
You know about Sir Boris or Vialis?
Dallas.
Okay.
I never saw it, but
In the morning, were you guys going to go ask about the person who works for Vialis?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be prudent.
I also say that I know that Sir Boris is in Waterdeep right now.
The wolf?
Yep.
Have I met the wolf ever?
Yeah, you were at the party where they showed off the
Yes.
links.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
So Dork just tells you that the wolf is in Waterdeep, but you guys didn't. I mean, he's got the Thousand Eyes robe, so you're wondering if he saw them while you were passing through Waterdeep.
When did you see them? How do you know they're here?
Insight.
I saw.
All of us? Sweet!
I crit.
Oh, you know he's hiding something.
I crit failed. No, I got.
You know him well enough to know that when he said saw, that was the lie right there.
13.
Amazing.
What?
When he said I saw, you were like, You didn't see jack shit. How do you know he's here? Whatever you want to do about it.
Somebody's
Okay.
sending to your brain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't roll inside.
He was here in
already
Waterdeep. Cool.
And I got
Cool.
12.
I don't know if Paxley or Enmire are here in Waterdeep.
No, okay, alright. That I feel like that's true. Most likely or not. I want to murder that butler. Just so you know, there might be another murder at Yellowcrest Manor. That person may be alive or might be a ghost.
As we
You
were
never know.
leaving,
You gotta avenge Sarah.
As you're leaving what?
as we were leaving the manor, I wanted to hang back, and would the butler have been the first up the stairs?
No, what? Yeah, I get. What do you mean? Up what
Like,
stairs?
Because we were in the
He shut the
cellar.
door. No, he led you guys all out and pushed you outside, and you talked all the way to the tavern. You got to the awning portal. You got a room.
Before we leave.
Well, he walked you out. He ushered you up the stairs and walked you out
Okay.
the front door.
Did he though? He was pretty drunk.
Mhm.
He was pretty drunk.
He just kind of like took the lead. He didn't even ask you.
Yeah.
He just
I
like
was
did
gonna-
gestures.
attempt to steal the face of the painting.
Oh,
Oh.
even with him there, I would say if you want to attempt it, roll sleight-handed.
Do it. I'll back you up.
He's dead.
Especially if Thalia's standing in the other direction. He's
Yeah,
not
he's
really
just gonna be
there.
staring at her. So I feel like
Would I get
I feel like
advantage?
Dork,
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dork should get advantage because I knock his ass prone for staring at Thalia.
Bros.
And that would be a sleight of hand, you said?
Yeah.
That is going to be a 19.
Sorry, sleazy
That
creepy
succeeds.
guys. Sleazy
Okay.
creepy guys don't do well with clay.
Because ripping it would be too loud, you actually found it would be quieter just to
I do have a dagger.
pull it off the bat. It would just, you would hear the, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So you actually pull the whole sheet out,
His-
roll it up, and
His sleight of hand is throwing clay at it because clay can steal things.
all right, everyone, it is time to wrap up. You were sleeping at the yawning portal. Next time you are going to finish your time in Waterdeep, get a ship, and go to Leskin.
Oh, I hate that butler.
Thank you so much for your time. We will see you next time downstairs in Dragons.
Oh, I hate him.